Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you are new here and watching for the first time, hi and welcome. My name is Natasha and this is a space where we share experiences, we learn and we grow. If you have not subscribed to the channel as yet, please do so just by clicking on that subscribe button below, and don't forget to hit your notification bell so that you never miss out on my videos going forward. For all the family members who are returning, welcome back fam. You know the house rules. We make sure that we are subscribed to the channel, we give the video a thumbs up, we interact in the comment section below, and we share the video so that we can reach more people. So on today's video, we are going to be talking about different visas that you can utilize to move to the Netherlands. So I'm going to speak for myself, but to be honest, didn't know that there were so many options and so many visa options that you could take for you to move to the Netherlands. I'm not sure how it works in other countries, but yeah, I was shocked that there are actually different options and you don't necessarily have to move to the Netherlands through a highly skilled immigrant visa. So moving to the Netherlands depends a lot on your situation. So it could be for job, for studies, for relationship. And this will be the clear breakdown of the main visa and the residence permit options that you can use. So in terms of work visas, the first visa that you could use or utilize to move to the Netherlands is a highly skilled migrant visa, which is called a kennis migrant or kennis migrant. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, this is for people with a job offer from a recognized sponsor. And it's the most common route for expats, which is that it's like the most common visa option that expats move to the Netherlands for. And it requires a minimum salary threshold, and the employer applies for you. The second option is a EU Blue Card. So this is for highly educated workers with a higher salary requirement, and it gives more flexibility if you want to move within the EU at a later stage. The third work visa is called an orientation year, which is also known as a zoekjaar. So this is for recent graduates from Dutch or top international universities, and it's valid for 1 year. And in that 1 year, you have to find a job. And no sponsor is needed during that year. So that's really nice. Once you've graduated from whatever university that is part of the universities that applies for this, then you can live in the Netherlands for a year, but you need to find a year. It's valid for 1 year to find a job, and no sponsor is needed during that year. That is so cool. And then the fourth one is a regular work permit, which is also known as a GVV, right, which is GVVA basically. This is for jobs that don't qualify as highly skilled. This one is harder to get because the employer needs to prove that there is no candidate in the EU that can actually fill the job position. So there's no EU candidate that is available for the job position. I think it's especially if it's not a high in demand job role. So yeah. And then the other options in terms of visas is that you can also apply for entrepreneur slash self-employed visas. And these are the two options that you have. The first is a self-employed residence permit, which is also known as a ZZP slash freelancer. So for this visa to be approved, you need to make sure that you prove that your business benefits the Dutch economy. So you are not just here to make money and not contribute probably to GDP or the tax or generally the Dutch economy. And for this visa, it usually works on a points-based system, depending on your experience and your business plan, etc. Then there's also a startup visa, which is also under the entrepreneur slash self-employed visas. And this is for innovative startups, requires working with a recognized facilitator. It's valid for 1 year, and then you can switch to a self employed permit. And then we have a study visa, which is a student residence permit. This is for studying at a Dutch university, and you can work if you would like to work once you are under this visa, but it's for limited hours. And it often leads to the orientation year visa after graduation, which is the one that I mentioned earlier, that is valid for a year, and in that year you need to look for a job. And then we have the family and partner visas, which is the one that I came to the Netherlands through. We have the partner slash spouse visa. So if you're in a relationship with someone living in the Netherlands, so if you are in a relationship with someone living in the Netherlands, and also another point under this visa is that the sponsor must meet the income requirements. And then there's also a family reunification. So this is for joining family members who are already living in the Netherlands. So for example, if we decide that we would like maybe our grandparents or an aunt or an uncle or a sister or a brother to come and live with us, we would have to apply for a family reunification. And then other common routes that you can use to move to the Netherlands are working holiday visas, which is known as the WHV. This is for young people, usually 18 to 30, from certain countries. And it lets you travel and work casually for up to 1 year. And then there's also the intra-company transfer. So if you work for a multinational company and transfer to a Dutch branch, then you can qualify for a visa or for this visa. And then there's also an au pair visa, which is also one of the most famous visas that I know of that people use to move to the Netherlands. So if you live with a host family and you are helping with childcare, then you can apply for an au pair visa. And it's mostly like a cultural exchange focus. And also, just to mention, if you are an EU/EEA citizen, you don't need a visa apparently, and you can live and work freely around Europe, I would guess, but you just need to register with your local gemeente. And then, important information is that most permits are handled by the Dutch Immigrant Service, which is called the IND, also known as the Immigratie and Naturalisatiedienst. My goodness. So yeah, just to summarize, the easiest routes for most people to move to the Netherlands are, if you get a job offer, you obviously have to apply for the highly skilled migrant visa. If you would like to study here, you will have to apply for the student visa and then apply for that orientation year visa. And then if you are in a relationship with someone who lives in the Netherlands, then you have to apply for the partner visa. So, yeah, guys, these are the different types of visas that you can utilize to move to the Netherlands. I hope this video does help someone. So, if you would love to move to the Netherlands but probably do not fall into the category of a highly skilled migrant, then maybe you can look at all these other options that are available for you to be able to move to the Netherlands through. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Give the video a thumbs up. Interact in the comment section below. Let me know, what visa did you utilize to move to the Netherlands? What was your experience? Any advice that you would give or that you have for anyone who might be watching the video, and for anyone who might be considering to move to the Netherlands. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.